waiting, guys. I'm waiting.
Looks like almost everybody is in here. Again, just make sure yourselves are on mute. You don't want any distractions. We're going to go over some instructions here. Alright, so welcome to your citizenship ceremony. My name is Brett and I will be the clerk of the ceremony. I'm presently located in London, Ontario. In order to facilitate the candidate's identification, please make sure that your screen name reflects either your first or last name. If you notice that your name has been changed by us, indicating a seat number with your name, please do not modify it. If we haven't changed anything and your name doesn't reflect either your first or last name, click on the three dots on the top of your image and select rename. If there are families connected with different devices, if possible, we ask that you guys all connect on one device. So if you guys are in the same household with multiple devices connected, just close out one device and choose one for everyone to sit in front of. Okay? If it's not possible for you guys to share one device, please inform the IRCC agent when you're in one of the private breakout rooms. Before we start, please note that due to a third-party platform, which is Zoom, confidentiality cannot be guaranteed during the video-owned ceremony. However, all personal matters will be discussed in the private breakout rooms. If you get disconnected at any point during the session, simply reconnect using the same link and password that we sent you. If that doesn't work, please check your phone or your email for further instructions. Please adjust your device so that we can see you properly. If at any point during the ceremony you cannot hear us, please ask us to repeat or give us a signal by clicking on the reactions button on the bottom of your screen. Before the ceremony starts, as much as possible, please ensure to limit distractions around you during the ceremony and turn your cell phones on mute or on silent so we don't have any distractions throughout the ceremony. If you wish, you can have a holy book of your choice if you wish to swear one with the oath. You may remain seated for the video ceremony. You will not need to stand for the oath, but please be advised that due to privacy reasons, when you are in the main session with other candidates, you do not take pictures or record the ceremony using your own device or the Zoom recording tool. We're now going to start with registration. You will all be directed to a general. Please do not leave the session and wait until you are redirected to a private room with an agent to proceed with your registration. Please note that it can take several minutes before an agent sees you, so we thank you for your patience. In order to make the registration process faster and smoother, please have your 2 pieces of ID as well as your PR card available. We'll now send you to the private breakout rooms for registration. Please remain in the room until an agent comes to you. When all the candidates are registered, you will be automatically redirected to the virtual ceremony room. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I think you might be on mute. I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
I'm in the break.
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to do the check-in portion for the ceremony, okay? And
Yes.
I'm going to have you start by just telling me what your full name is. Are you currently in Canada right now?
Yes.
Okay. Just another question I have to ask you. Are you now or have you ever been in trouble with the law, justice, the police, or immigration here in Canada or in any other country?
No.
Okay, so I need to check 2 pieces of ID. Do you have a driver's license and a PR card? Good, so just hold it up close to the screen one at a time. Go a little closer. And I'm just going to verify that we have the correct address for you. Are you still at
Yes. But I have the street address too.
Well, we need to know where do you want your certificate mailed?
Oh yeah, it's the box 32.
Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one we want for your citizenship certificate. We're going to mail it to you.
Yes.
So P.O. Box. Your PR card. And on the back of your card, there's a number at the top. Could you turn your card over so I can take a look at it? If I can't read it, you might have to read it out to me. But
The number in the bottom?
at the top of your card, you turn it on the back side.
Oh, the back?
Yeah. Just hold it up nice and close to the screen so I can read it. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So that's all there is to it in terms of the check-in. I am going to take just a quick minute here to rename you on the screen. It just makes it a little bit easier for us when we're doing the ceremony to keep track of who's in attendance, okay? So just leave it, don't change it. You'll notice it's changed, but just leave it like that, all right?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to be moving you to the ceremony ready room. Enjoy your ceremony, okay?
Thank you,
Might be
bye.
waiting for a few minutes. So
Thank
we'll
you.
just wait. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hi. Did you guys have your checking in? Yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm connected via my phone, but I'm trying to do it via my laptop. But I can't get my video to start. So, I think I'll have to keep doing it by phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're releasing video and audio works. That's the way you're gonna have to do it now. Yeah, I don't know, so I'll just leave it in and I'll stick around with on my phone. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience during the check-in process. Again, I just want to ask everyone to stay on mute before we begin the ceremony. I want to make sure that everybody saw an agent for the check-in process. If you did not see an agent, please raise your hand. Excellent. Looks like everybody got checked in. Perfect. Alright, so let's begin. The citizenship ceremony is now in session. The ceremony is presided by Judge Avery. Judge Avery, in accordance with the provisions of the Citizenship Act, it is my privilege to present to you 43 candidates who have all met the requirements of the Citizenship Act and are now ready to take the oath of citizenship, the final legal requirement to becoming a Canadian citizen. I now invite you to give your opening remarks.
Thank you, merci, Brett. Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour. It is so wonderful to see all of your beautiful faces. And it is also my great privilege to welcome you all to the Canadian family today. So welcome on behalf of myself and the government of Canada. Now, as you know, Canada was first inhabited by Indigenous peoples. And so I would like to begin by acknowledging that I am presiding over this virtual citizenship ceremony from Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario. And I'm on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit and the Haudenosaunee Nations. You know, as Canadians, we have the great privilege to live and work on the traditional territory of Indigenous peoples. And so I encourage you after today's ceremony to do some research in order to identify what the traditional territory you currently live on, and also explore how you can honor Indigenous peoples in your own meaningful way as new Canadian citizens. The histories of Indigenous peoples in Canada are very rich and diverse, and they stretch far into the past, long before the arrival of European newcomers to Canada. The stories of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people are essentially the story of Canada itself, and Indigenous peoples continue to play a vital and essential role in Canada's development in the future. And so it's imperative that all Canadians move forward together on the road to reconciliation so that we can leave a proper legacy for future generations. I also encourage you to familiarize yourselves with the 94 calls to action from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the 231 calls for justice from the Missing and Indigenous Women and Girls Inquiry Funding for it. We need to educate ourselves in order to make a meaningful and positive change within our community. I'm not sure what that sound is. If we could just mute, that would be fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you. So another benefit of today is that as new Canadians, you gain the right to vote. And if you're at least 18 years of age and older, on Monday, September 20th, you have the exciting opportunity to participate in the federal election currently taking place. To learn more about how you can register and vote, please refer to the Elections Canada website, which is elections.ca. Some of the election information is available in over 30 languages. Every vote is important, and you gain this essential right today, so please remember to cast your ballot. So in just a few short moments, I'll be swearing you all in as brand new Canadians, and I could not be more proud of you and for you. This is truly a momentous occasion, and it is the culmination of your hard work and determination, your adaptability, willingness to learn new things, and overcome many obstacle barriers. And it is also a reflective of all of the wonderful reasons why you chose Canada, chose to make your home here, and to become members of our Canadian family. Whether that reason was an opportunity to make a better life for you and your family, to unite with loved ones, work in your field of expertise, further your studies, flee harm and persecution, or a chance to have free expression of your beliefs and to live authentically your truth with the freedoms and protection that this country offers, you have found success, and that has resulted in your taking this last step to become Canadian citizens. I commend and congratulate you all for this testimony. Now, Canadian citizenship comes with many rights and responsibilities. We are a bilingual nation, so we speak both English and French. And we are also a democratic country thanks to our many military service personnel who fought and lost their lives in order for us to live the lives that we are so very fortunate to have. And we're also immensely grateful to the many trailblazers who have advocated and mobilized for our rights and freedoms for years. As Canadians, we respect individual rights and freedoms outlined in our Charter and other human rights legislation. All people are equal under the law, and you now have the right and the responsibility to vote and possibly run as candidates in municipal, provincial, and federal elections. You are free to live and work in any province or territory, and you also have freedom of conscience, religion, association, and expression. Now you show your responsibility by obeying the law, volunteering, and helping others in your community. And by doing so, we help to keep our communities safe and welcoming. We deepen our knowledge of Canada. We share our very best attributes with each other, and we break down barriers that may exist between us. Our rights and responsibilities as Canadians is truly what makes our country so unique and so very special. And so as new Canadians added to this wonderful tapestry, your journeys and your stories are very important components of the Canadian story. All of your experiences, your innovation and imagination, your hopes, your dreams and desires are exactly what Canada needs in order to be strengthened and to grow further. And your stories have the ability to take on new meaning starting today with this final step to join our community. Monsieur le Président, je suis maintenant prêt à commencer. Mr. Clerk, I'm now ready to proceed with the Oath of Citizenship. But I should mention that the wording of the Oath of Citizenship has been changed in response to Call to Action number 94 of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada. This new wording includes references to Canada's Constitution and the Aboriginal and Treaty Rights of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. It is an acknowledgement that, as Canadians, we share a responsibility to respect and affirm the rights of Indigenous peoples. It allows new Canadians like yourselves to fully appreciate the role of Indigenous peoples in Canada's past, present, and future. The changes to the Oath of Citizenship are an important and necessary step in advancing reconciliation with Indigenous peoples in Canada. Meaningful reconciliation will require a consistent and sustained commitment by all Canadians.
All right, we will now proceed with the oath. All candidates who are over 14 years of age and older are required to take the oath. If there's any doubt that you have taken the oath, you will not obtain your citizenship certificate, so please make sure we can see you repeating it. Children under 14 years of age do not have to repeat the oath, but they are welcome to if they wish to do so. It is necessary that you repeat the oath in English or French or both after the judge. We encourage you to repeat it in both as a symbolic gesture to your commitment to respecting Canada's two official languages. The judge will start by saying, "I swear," but you have the choice of saying either "I swear" or "I affirm." We ask that you position yourself directly in front of the camera so that we can see you properly during the oath taking. If you're wearing a mask, a hat, or a cap, you must remove it now unless it is for religious beliefs, health issues, or part of an official uniform. Please also turn on your microphone as we need to hear all of you. Would you please raise your right hand? If you choose to swear the oath on a holy book, please place it in your left hand. Alright, folks, make sure you are unmuted, so if you can please unmute yourself.
And also make sure that it's your right hand that you have raised as well. Some of you have your left.
It looks like everyone is unmuted. Do you agree the candidates are ready to repeat the oath?
That way, we have to be switch and leave.
Other hand.
And please, Shahad. Yes. Just swing your hand. You have your left hand up. You need your right hand.
Can I also just say that we can hear people in the background, so you need to have everyone in the room that you are in be quiet during the oath because there is a lot of noise happening right now. So if everyone could just thank you.
Okay, everyone, let's see. After the dog. I swear that I will be faithful. That I will be faithful. And bear true allegiance. To Her Majesty.
Queen Elizabeth II.
Queen of Canada. Her heirs and successors. And that I will. Faithfully observe. The laws of Canada.
The laws of Canada.
Including the Constitution.
Including the Constitution.
And affirm. The Aboriginal and treaty rights. Of First Nations. Inuit and Métis peoples. And fulfill my duties. As a Canadian citizen. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to do it together, en français. I know for many of you, it might be your first time speaking French. That's what makes it a wonderful memory to have. It means on your first day as a new Canadian, you'll be saying your real French. But don't worry, I will go slowly, and you can just repeat after me. Now, just that's a reminder. We can make sure that everyone is quiet, including yourselves, because it's very challenging to hear. Okay, everyone, let's begin.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
we're going to leave us a private room.
Okay, just
We can't hear.
Yes, I know it's very challenging. I think that if Jihad remains positive, then we can continue and I can do a private note with her afterward.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're going to start over in French. Not like it's easy. Okay. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Je jure que je serai fidèle et porterai sincère allégeance à Sa Majesté, la Reine du Canada, à ses héritiers, successeurs, que j'observerai également les lois du Canada, y compris la Constitution qui reconnaît et affirme les droits ancestraux est issu du traité des Premières Nations, les Inuits, et des Métis, et que je referai loyalement les obligations des citoyennes canadiennes. So look at all you French speakers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just have a few closing words to say. So now for all of you, your journey, your stories will be added to our wonderful Canadian mosaic that truly makes this country so great. When my family arrived from Jamaica 54 years ago, just like you, they had a story of overcoming many challenges, courageously making a home in a deeply far-off place, perseverance and people. And I am so happy that all 43 of you from 15 different countries and I are now members of the same family as you. Now, please always remember that you are your ancestors' wildest dreams. They just couldn't imagine that you would be here right now. So continue to hope, dream, and aspire to fulfill everything that you can imagine right here in Canada and as part of the Canadian family. I truly wish you all much success and a long, peaceful, and prosperous life. Congratulations, félicitations, and welcome to the Canadian family. Bienvenue.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge Avery. All right, today you will be singing O Canada for the very first time as a Canadian citizen. This is now your national anthem. Let's sing it with pride. Yes. Alright, congratulations everyone. The citizenship ceremony is now closed.
Thank you.
The judge will now leave the session. However, we ask that everyone please stay connected a little longer so we can go over a few details. As evening, it's been a delight and an honor to have you with us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it is my you're there. But before I leave, I just wanted to first to share my sincere thanks to Brett and to Katie and the entire London staff for all of their hard work and dedication for making these ceremonies happen each and every day, and to all of the IRC staff across the country. What many of you don't know is that from April of last year to April of this year, we're in over almost 65,000 Canadians, and that's because of the hard work and dedication of our public servants. And I am just so sincerely thankful for everything that they do each and every day. They certainly deserve a round of applause. And to each and every one of yes, each and every one of you, truly, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations and welcome to the Canadian family. I really wish you the very best that Canada has to offer. Now, please remember that this is your first day as a Canadian citizen and you can only have one. So find a way to commemorate it in a special way. That could be by having a special meal, could be running through your neighborhood with your flag and cheering, can also be having pancakes with maple syrup with a side of poutine, whatever it is that you do. Please commemorate this day in a special way. Stay safe and healthy, everyone, and welcome to the Canadian family. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great.
Alright folks, I will now share some post-ceremony instructions with you. If everyone can please put themselves on mute so the instructions can be heard clearly without any interruption. Excellent. So you're required to fill out the oath or affirmation of citizenship form immediately after the ceremony. That's the form that we sent to you. You can sign it electronically or on a printed version that you can scan and email back to us. Again, this form was included in the invitation for the ceremony and it should be page 8 of the attachment. Okay, the oath form is not to be distributed in any way. It is not proof of citizenship. Only the citizenship certificate is evidence that a person is a Canadian citizen. Once you have received your certificate, you can destroy the oath form. Okay, anyone 14 years of age or older must sign their own oath form. Please sign the first 2 lines. You should be able to see it there on the screen. The 3rd line at the bottom is for me to sign. Okay, so do not sign the bottom line, just the 2 upper lines that are highlighted yellow there. Anyone who is under 14 years of age will need their form signed by the person who signed their application. Okay, for those under 14, only the 2nd line needs to be signed. Okay, so for those under 14, only the 2nd line needs to be signed, and it will be signed by the person who signed your application, and that person will sign their own name. Not the applicant who's under 14, they're going to sign their own name. Okay, the top right section of the oath form where it asks for things like seat number, application number, date of birth, etc., those do not need to be filled out. Okay, so don't worry about that part of the document. You will also be required to destroy your permanent resident card, okay, and provide evidence that it has been destroyed by scanning or taking a picture of the card. The email invitation has more details on that. Please do not destroy the card until you have read the instructions in the email, and please do not throw out the cut up pieces of your card until you have received your certificate in the mail. We do still need to be able to read the card, so only cut it in half, not into a bunch of little pieces. If you have lost your PR card or it has been stolen, you will need to fill out the solemn declaration form. There is a link to that form in the email invitation, so you just have to fill that out and submit it with your signed oath form. Right, if you have an IMM 1000, you'll be required to invalidate it by writing holder is no longer a permanent resident. You'll do that across the middle of the document. Instructions have also provided in the email invitation. Please do not destroy this document. You will have this document only if you were landed and became a permanent resident prior to 2002. If you were landed after 2002, you will not have the IMM 1000. You will have a a confirmation of permanent residence. You do not have to invalidate that document. Okay? Do not write or destroy the confirmation of permanent residence. We ask that you keep your IMM 1000 or confirmation of permanent residence in a safe place, okay, as you may need it later in life for things like old age security benefit and other levels of government. After receiving all the required documents from you, we will do our best to send out your citizenship certificate by regular mail within 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, if you haven't received your certificate after the 4-week waiting period, please contact us by replying to the invitation that we sent you for this ceremony. Any emails about the whereabouts of certificates that are sent before the 4 weeks have passed will not be answered, so please be patient. Immediately after receiving your certificate, please check the personal information on the front and back of the certificate to make sure it is accurate. If it contains any errors, email us as soon as possible. Before applying for the passport or other government services, you will require your citizenship certificate. You can fill out the application form and get everything ready to apply for your passport. You cannot submit anything until you have the physical certificate in your possession. A reminder, please send us your signed oath form and evidence of the PR card destruction today or as soon as possible. You can simply reply to the invitation email we sent you. We ask that, if possible, all oath forms be submitted in PDF format. Images of the cut-up PR cards can be in JPEG. If there are multiple people submitting oath forms, they can all be sent in one email. Okay, we ask that each oath is sent in a separate attachment within the one email. Okay, so if you're here today as a family, you guys can all send one email. Just make sure your oath forms are separated as attachments in the PDF format. All cut-up PR cards can be included in the same photo as long as they are all legible. Alright, does anybody have any questions at this time? No questions at all. If you have any questions, you can, yeah, go ahead.
I should cut this into and send you pictures of both sides of the PR card?
Yes, so you're going to cut that in half and have a photo of it facing upwards so we can see all the information, and facing down so we can see the back of the card. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question. Will there be a confirmation after we send out the information letter or the PR thing? Will there be a confirmation that it's been received or anything?
There won't be, no. You won't receive anything until you actually get that certificate in the mail in that 4-week time frame.
Okay.
You're welcome. Any other questions? If that's it, congratulations. Again, welcome to the Canadian family. I hope you can all find a safe, COVID-friendly way to celebrate this special day. You may now disconnect from Zoom. You can press the Leave Meeting button on the bottom of your screen.
Sorry, before everyone disconnects, Shahad, we just need you to stay on. Everyone else is allowed to disconnect, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay guys, tapos na. So, ang gagawin ko na lang, na-sign ko na to. So, i-scan ko na lang mamaya sa work and send it to them back. And then, together with my PR card na nakat into two. So, ikakat ko na rin yung PR card ko. And then, pipicturean ko siya. And send sa kanila. Okay, so